Hey guys, you may have recently seen a video from Phil and Stacy from You, Me, and the RV all about why they said no to Thousand Trails and how it was the best decision for them. We watched this video and they brought up some great points as to different travel styles and how different RV clubs can benefit different types of people and RVers. So, with that said, we wanted to take this opportunity to talk about Thousand Trails and why we said yes to it and how that's been one of our best decisions on the road.
So Thousand Trails is kind of a controversial topic. You either love the membership or you hate it. For us, when we first started looking into it, we thought it looked like a really amazing deal, and we spent lots of time researching it and ended up deciding on purchasing a used membership from Campground Membership Outlet, which we have plenty of videos about all of that. But for us, it's been one of the best decisions we've made on the road.
Yes, and if you're not familiar with the Thousand Trails system, we have tons of articles that Jason has written. He was more so the researcher in this, but he's written a ton of articles about it. We've broken down the different tiers and levels that you can get, and we've even talked about buying used versus buying new. But basically, it is just a collection of campgrounds all over the United States that when you buy a membership, you can camp in these campgrounds for free, and you only pay an annual membership fee after that. So you can get your camping down very low to a nightly rate. Some people are very intense about this, and we personally have friends that have gotten their nightly rate down to $5.
The first reason we wanted to talk about Thousand Trails and why we think it's one of our best decisions ever is because it serves as kind of a quasi-home base for us. Luckily for us, there's Thousand Trails near every single one of our family, whether that's in Washington or San Diego or Los Angeles or San Antonio or Florida. There's almost always a Thousand Trails within 30 to 45 minutes, which is really helpful for us. So when we want to go visit family, we're able to go and spend 2 to 3 weeks at no nightly rate close by. It's also been super helpful in a time like right now, which is the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, being able to have a home base and having a membership system that you know is going to fight for the full-timers out there, whether they're fighting the county or the state on ensuring that they remain open. They've done a great job on ensuring that we could stay put in the campgrounds if we needed to. That is especially important, especially because many states have closed down their state campgrounds, national park campgrounds are closed, Corps of Engineering campgrounds are closed, and many, many others.
Another reason we like Thousand Trails is because of the location of their parks. If you look at their map, you will see that a majority of the parks are located in coastal states. They kind of hug the outer rim of the United States. And we like that because that's typically where we like to travel and the sites that we like to see. So having a free place to stay near those attractions is a big plus to us. And we're not the only ones, because according to NOAA's Office of Coastal Management, 40% of the United States population lives in coastal counties. I guess it's just the place to be.
Who doesn't love the beach? Another reason that we love our Thousand Trails membership is for the simple fact that we don't have to use it just because we have it. We like to think of it as just another tool in our camping tool chest. Sometimes it is the right tool and we're able to stay at these beautiful campgrounds right next to places where we want to be. And other times we choose a different campground. We still stay in national park campgrounds like the one at Hot Springs National Park, which is amazing, by the way. You should add that to your bucket list. We still stay at private campgrounds, just like the Palmer Gulch KOA, which was right next to Mount Rushmore and super convenient. And we still stay in state parks and other campgrounds like Traverse City. Just because you have a 1,000 Trails membership doesn't mean you can't use other memberships. We also still go boondocking even if it's close by to a 1,000 Trails park because we like the space to ourselves. But overall, 1,000 Trails allowing us to reduce our nightly rate is an amazing membership.
As Jason mentioned, we do enjoy a variety of camping options. The downside of those is that they mostly have 14-day stays. Even boondocking, you shouldn't be in one spot boondocking longer than 14 days. So whenever we want to settle down for a bit, 1,000 Trails is a great option for us. Simply because most membership levels allow you to stay in a park for 21 days before having to leave that park. You can still park hop and go 21 days to 21 days, or they even have an ultimate level where you can stay 28 days before having to leave that park. So it's a great long-term option for us, and we love having that in our back pocket. Another huge perk for us is that we haven't met a 1,000 Trails park that doesn't fit our rig size. We have heard there's a handful of parks out there that you probably shouldn't visit if you're longer than 38 feet, but if we see that pop up, we just don't stay there. So 1,000 Trails has been great knowing that we can fit our rig size in, because frankly, some campgrounds you never really know. Especially state parks. We've noticed those have been built a long time ago and they weren't built for large rigs, so those can get pretty stressful for us. While we've discovered some state parks can fit our rig in the site, getting there can be a little tricky. Their roads aren't very wide. While national parks, we've discovered it's the site itself that just can't fit our rig. We have stayed in, I think, 2 or 3 national parks, but that's about all we can get into. And another downside for national parks for us is that they typically don't have cell service, while we've only encountered 1,000 Trails park in our 3 years that doesn't have adequate cell service for us to work.
The final reason, and probably the reason that most people love 1,000 Trails, is simply for the cost. It saves us so much money in nightly campground fees, it's almost criminal. To show you just how much money you can save, we'll compare our 1,000 Trails stay and cost versus a Corps of Engineering campground. So we've stayed in 1,000 Trails for 35 nights so far this year, so we'll use that as our total nights in the campground. So if you stay in a Corps of Engineering campground for 35 nights with a average nightly rate of about $26, which is right about in the middle. You can get some for more and some for less depending on which campground. Your average fee would be $910. So that's 35 nights, $910. There's no annual membership cost or anything like that. With our 1,000 Trails membership, we have an annual cost of $850, which is our membership and our Trails collection, which gets us an additional 100 campgrounds. And we stayed there for 35 nights with no additional cost, and so our total cost is $850. So even in just a short time period, not even a quarter of the year, not even just a little bit over 1 month stay, we've already saved more money with our 1,000 Trails membership than we would have if we stayed in a Corps of Engineering campground. And that includes state and national parks as well. They are expensive. And private campgrounds can be even more expensive. So it's pretty nice, especially once you get past your initial payoff, which is why we recommend purchasing a used 1,000 Trails to get your initial cost down. It can be anywhere between $1,000, or we paid for the highest was like an Elite something, and it was like $4,000. But you can easily average that off. We've stayed in probably over 400 nights of 1,000 Trails so far. We'll have to actually count that out.
So our point is that if you use the system, it pays for itself, and it lowers your nightly rate significantly. Like Jason said, with only using the system 35 nights, we've already gotten our nightly rate lower than $26. So as we continue to use Thousand Trails this year, our average nightly rate will continue to go down.
It's only May.
Yes, which is why we love it. So if you're curious about other RV clubs that are out there and you're starting to feel a little overwhelmed on this topic, we actually created an RV club's email course, and we make the information a little bit more digestible, and we highlight every single benefit that you receive with the club. So we go over 7 different clubs in this course. You only get 1 email a day, so it's a nice little slow drip so you can understand the information that you're receiving. We do go over Thousand Trails a little bit more in that course, and we go over 6 other clubs.
Yep. And it's 100% free. Yes. And like we said, Thousand Trails is just one of our favorite because it saves us the most money, but it's not always the right tool. So we actually have multiple memberships so we can make sure we save money no matter where we are. So go sign up.
Yes.
The link's right down there.
Yes, I'll put the link in the description. Other than that, if you are curious to see Phil and Stacy's video about why they said no to Thousand Trails, I'll link that up here in the corner and in the description as well. The one thing that we do want to reiterate from their video that we 110% agreed with is that everybody's travel style is so different, and that is the beauty of RV life. So you just need to find what works for you, and you'll be golden.
Let us know in the comments down below. Are you a yes to Thousand Trails or a no?
Yes, we're very curious. And I'll link a lot of other Thousand Trails resources as well if you're curious. I do want to reiterate one last time, we highly recommend buying used through Campground Membership Outlet. So if you want more information on that, go check out our blog. You can even go get some of the current prices for used memberships through Campground Membership Outlet. All right, this is a topic we love, we're very passionate about, but we got to cut it short. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to join our getaway gang. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys. No. You need to go over there. Okay, you can't breathe like that. We've damn. As far as the lives in coastal counties. So they're in, oh man, I had it, okay.
You're pretty.
Thanks.